Hello, my name is Bruce Glover. I'm the BMW Vice President of the Northwest Region.
Good afternoon, I'm David Carroll, General Chairman of Burlington Northern System Federation.
And we've been asked to update you on the safety agreement cancellation that has been initiated by BNSF. What this is really about is BNSF wants to silence your voice, take away your seat at the safety program table. In my 35 years as a union representative, I've never seen anything that's a bigger attack on the employees. I mean, they can take away your meal period, they can cut your mileage, they can, jip you out of some overtime, but taking away your safety program, your on-the-job safety, is the cruelest act I have ever seen management conduct. And you need to pay attention to what's going on here. They're spinning this, and if you look at John Check's letter that he sent to all of you, he says, well, it's modernization. Well, this isn't about modernization because safety isn't modern, safety isn't old-fashioned, safety is. And safety is because we have a program together, cooperative with the company, that has achieved the best safety record in the history of the company. And I don't think as an employee or a member of BMW you want to let that go. They say, well, we have to change it because we don't look the same as we did when we wrote the agreement. Well, this is not a look-alike contest. This is about safety, and we have a program that's working that they want to take away. They say that, well, we're better now. We wouldn't be like, we're better now because we have approaching others. Well, I want to tell you something about approaching others. When they first introduced, by the way, approaching others is not new. We had it by another name, Brothers Keeper, years ago. They renamed it, called it new. But when they first introduced approaching others, the way they thought it should work is if your coworker got injured because he didn't have his hard hat on, we could charge the whole crew because you should have been approaching others. Because the union had a seat at the table, we were able to change their way of thinking on that. Another example of why it's important for you to have a seat at the table is one set of management wanted safety assistants to be forced to be part of the company's audit teams, meaning, the wee weasels, the safety spies, and they wanted them to go out and bust you for breaking a rule. But because you have a seat at the table, you were able to change their way of thinking and make your safety program employee-based, part of and run by people selected by the employees collectively. We lose that approach changes, and this is why they want to stop that approach. I'll tell you, before we signed this agreement back in 1997, it was brutal out there. They charged more employees. Every incident, every accident, everybody got charged no matter what. And that's where we're headed back if we lose our seat at the table, our voice in our safety program, and this which is gained through the safety agreement. Same thing, John Check says, well, we need joint selection. Look, we're all okay sharing selection of safety assistants, but what you don't want to have happen is that this becomes a management pick, the pet guy, or what we call the whatever you used to call him, that guy. We don't want this program to be that. We want a safety assistant that has our best interest at heart, and a safety assistant that's out there willing to stand up to the boss in the event safety is being compromised. And the boss's pick isn't always that same guy. Here's what's important. The general chair people across the system are sending out a communication, whether by mail to your mailbox or whether it's by your website or however it comes to you. Take time to read it. Take time to listen to what the company said about modernization or about joint selection, which is also called management pick, or the safety advisory committee. That's what they hate most, is the safety advisory committee, because that's your voice at the table. That's what they want to take away. And I'm going to tell you, in order to get this agreement, we had to stand up and fight for it. And if you want to get this agreement or any other agreement on this property, you're going to have to stand up for your rights. That is just how it works, and you need to engage and stand up for your rights. They want to cut your safety jobs from 43 to 19. They want to use management pick, but most of all, they want to silence your voice in the decision-making process of the safety program that protects you every day at the workplace. And I'm going to ask you to get engaged and pay attention to the terms and fight this very, very backward, wrong change by management. Thank you.
I'd like to add on to what Mr. Glover already has told you. What you don't know is a year and a half ago, the senior leadership that was in place in Fort Worth praised this program and this safety assistance. It wasn't until the new regime took over down there who, in my feelings, are anti-union and want to have control over you and everything that's done out there in the field. And keep that in mind.